This is a story about how someone took my car. Someone took my car. So, when was this? This was probably about 10 years ago, between 7 and 10 years ago. I had my very first car. It was a Pontiac Vibe, and it was a standard, one of my very first car purchases that I had gotten out of school. But this is where it had been, coming to the end of the life of my car. So at least 15 years old, and I didn't know what to do with it at that time. It was just starting to get some rust in the underbody. It was starting to have some mechanical fixes that I would have had to pay out in order to keep it going, and actually it was quite a substantial amount of money. And at that time, I didn't have a lot of money in order to put into something like that. And so I was kind of stuck. I felt stuck. It was about the last month, I believe, that I had the stickers and the renewals for the car for me to be able to drive it off the lot. But I didn't know what to do with the car in order to get rid of it. I looked up a whole bunch of places. It was going to cost me money to be able to get rid of it, and hundreds of dollars. And again, at that time, it wasn't something that I had the money to put into that. And so I bewildered, stuck about this, and kind of nervous, what do I do with this car? It's just sitting in our parking lot, sitting in our driveway. It's taken up space. It's also starting to look not so nice that it's just not ever moving. And so I was nervous as to what to do, but with all of the teachings that I've learned, that anything that you want to manifest, just to let it go. Don't think about it anymore. Put the intention out there, but don't worry about it, right? And so one day I was working at home, and I don't know what the heck I was doing. I really don't. But I think that I was feeling pretty good. And then all of a sudden I get a knock and somebody ringing my doorbell. And this guy comes and he says, "Is that your car?" And I'm like, "That one? The one in my driveway? Yeah, that's my car." And he says, "Can I buy it?" I'm like, "What do you mean, can I buy it?" And he's like, "Yeah, can I buy it from you?" And I was like, what are you talking about? Can you buy it from me? And who the heck are you? Why are you coming to me at my door out of the blue? And so he was like, "No, I'm serious. We buy cars and we ship it to other places, old cars, and we I guess what they do is they will fix it up and ship it to other places where, like, third world countries and stuff like that, where there's not a lot of money. But this is one way for them to generate revenue, but also to be able to help people who are in need of these vehicles and just can't afford it." So yeah, he said that he needed to call in his boss and find out if this car was going to qualify for what they're looking for, but also how much they were going to be able to offer to me. And this was completely out of the blue, so I didn't know any money. I wasn't expecting any money. As I was looking into methods of getting rid of the car, I was hoping to be able to receive like maybe $300 or $600 or something like that, because this is what I had heard in terms of some of those places that will take your car for charity purposes, or what have you, taking your car for medals or whatever. But when I called them about my car, it just didn't work out. Like, I was gonna have to pay out. And so the guy calls up his boss and he says, "Yeah, everything sounds good, and we're willing to take the car off your hand right now. I'll drive it off the lot, and I will give you $300 in cash." And I'm like, "What? Are you serious?" I did not believe all of this. So as I'm signing over the ownership and all of this, and I took the cash, it was real cash, because I actually spent it. It was real cash. Because I didn't believe it, I actually took a picture of me and him and asked him for his name and all of this stuff, just in case there was some fraudulent or something that's going to happen with it. Like, I didn't know what he was going to do with the car. But No, it ended up it was perfect. He drove away with my car, he solved my problem, and he gave me money for it as well. And he gave me the amount of money that I was hoping to be able to achieve. So there you go. The story of somebody took my car right off my lot without me thinking about it, knowing about it, out of the blue, someone knocked on my door. Thank you so much for listening to my manifestation random ass story. Please share anything that you have because I'm collecting evidence, I'm collecting stories that these things do happen, and they are reminders for myself and for you that, you know, good things happen, and we don't know how money or how fortune can come to us, abundance can come to us. It's always there. So these are going to be good reminders for you all to use, as well as myself. And also, please subscribe to my channel so that we can continue doing this. Thank you.